Hey guys, it's me, Scratch How To, and today we will be doing part 4 of the online adventure game. When we will be working on buttons when you need two online, just you and another online player to be able to push it down. So let's start doing that. So in the item sprite, we left off here. So I'm going to place, let me just update my level because as you can see. Okay, so I'm back. I had to make a new project. So yeah, okay. Now back to where we left off. So I'm just gonna add a few levels to my level. Okay, so I added a few more levels. Now let's move on. So I'm going to go to a place where I'll be able to place a button. Create button. I don't know what level yet. For now, let's just move on. For me, I want to place it right here actually. So when you're creating buttons, make sure to add a 0 at the front. That's very important. So 0, 1. That's basically pair 1, but for buttons, it'll be 0, 1. You get the idea. So button, and if I show this sprite, button off. Oh yeah, you might be thinking, oh, why don't you put a button off? Well, don't worry, we'll work on that. So 190, and then negative 125. Okay. And then level 1, 2, or 12. So now, let's add if. So if letter 1 of pair is equal to 0, which means that we're doing a button, then we want to go to X, switch costume to button off, so to level, set pair to, well, first let's make wait, actually, let's set pair to pair. It's basically the same thing, but don't worry, we'll add more soon. Let's make a new variable called button pair for all sprites. So now at the beginning we set button pair to blank. Okay. Now in this, when I start as a clone hat block, where it does the frame and the touching code, if letter 1 of our pair is not equal to 0, sorry. If it's not equal to 0, then we do that. Let's get a new when I start as a clone hat block. Duplicate the if from the previous one, but this time make the condition if letter 1 of pair is equal to 0. So this will only work on buttons. So first, we wait until we're touching player. Okay, so I know I probably was doing a sentence like right then, but like I had to quickly go and do some things. That's why you saw me pause the video. Anyways, wait until we're touching the player. So then, wait until touching player or touching online players. So this will be a forever loop because buttons aren't going to like disappear. They're just going to stay there. Set button pair to the pair. Actually, no. Set button pair to blank. Or actually, no, 0, just 0. Okay. So now, let's add a broadcast and wait. And we're going to broadcast check if touching button and wait. So now, okay. So it's a player. When I receive check if touching button, if we're touching items, but no, we don't just want to check items. We all check for this specific button. So that means, so we have to broadcast another event called touching button. Then we go back to item sprite. When I receive touching button, then if our costly name contains button, which means only the buttons are activating it, and that one's touching the player, and as the player is certainly touching a button. So let's make a new variable called player button for all sprites. So in the player sprite, in the before check if touching button, we set player button to 0. And then items, if we touch player, then we change button pair by 1. Wait, no, not button pair, player button. So then if our player button is less than 1, which means it didn't get activated, then we stop this script. So now we know that we're touching buttons, so we change button pair by 1. So now let's drag this into the online players. Now check if touching button. So here it's gonna be different. So if we're touching items, then we broadcast touching button. But instead of doing this, so now we go to online players, broadcast instead of touching button, we broadcast OP online players touching button. And then let's make a variable called online OP rhythm button. So here we set OP button to 0. So then if OP button, if OP button is less than 1, then we start the script, else we change B to pair by 1. So when I receive OP touching button, and we're touching online players, then we change OP button by 1. So now that we have all these, let me show the button pair sprite and let me test it out. Okay, so guys, I just found out something. So our apple that has a pair of 0. 1 sec. Or should I say 3 seconds? Look, it looks like this because letter 1 of it is 0. So instead of letter 1 up here, how about if item contains button? Let's try that. Yep, now we've got our regular apple. Okay, yeah, let's change all this letter 1 up here is equal to 0 to, instead of item, costume name. If costume name contains button. So then these two don't get mixed. So yeah, now it's moving. So let's go to the button. See, it doesn't work for some reason. Okay, how we add a wait until we are not touching? Still nothing. As you can see, this touching button. If custody contains the button and we're touching player, change player button by 1. Oh, I see. Now you have to do this as a broadcast and wait. Let's see this now. Yep. You just have to change broadcast and wait. Let's go to online players and quickly fix that too. As you can see, it's 1. Oh, we want it to be 2. So now let me bring in my second person. So I brought in the second one. Oh, 1 sec. Now, as you can see, it changes from 1 And then, oh no, it's still showing 1. Okay, how about in the iSprite, instead of waiting until we're not, how about we just do this? Okay, guys, so I was looking at my code, I found a flaw. So in the game loops the online players, under the L in the L section, set offline to 0. Okay, as you can see now, instead of just like, doing that flickering thing, now the player's running really smoothly. Oh yeah. Right, so the level collisions are kinda like where they are in the level doesn't really work right now, but don't worry. Okay, so I moved the sprite. So now as you can see it's turning to 2. So what if we add that wait until not touching online players or touching player? And now as you can see it's a 2. So how about we just wait until and? So now as you can see once it stops, it would turn into 2. Yep, 2. So let's just set it to or actually and because it could like glitch out if we don't set it to and. So now that we have our code, as you can see it doesn't really work that perfectly. Still. Oh yeah, I reload the other window. So now under the broadcast, if if our button pair is equal to 2, then we switch costume to button on, else we switch costume to button off. And now if I show you guys, oh wait, no, I can't really see it. Okay, so now, as you can see, I'm kind of like moving around. Oh, I need to fix the level glitch and stuff. Okay, so I fixed it. Now let's try to see if our button will work. So as you can see, it shows 1. Now on the other window, it shows 2, and look, it shows that's pressed. And everything's working really smoothly, as you can see, no flickers or anything. That will help because now you can fully see it. How did I fix the flickers? Well, yeah, I already told you. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. But like, so now the doors will work a little bit differently. So if button pair is equal to 2, then we set button pair to our pair. And then we broadcast doors. So that's all we need for the buttons. Now it's time for the doors. Now I'm going to show the sprite point direction 0, and then I'm going to put it over here. So I'll create door at create door at 200. Is 200 fine? Yep. Or actually, maybe I should put 200 too. And then y of 30. And then since we're on level 12, it'll be level 12. Pair. Let's go look at the items. What pair did I set the button to? 0, 1. So here we will set it. Oh, whoops, I'm set it on 0, 1. So here when I start with a clone. If so, maybe you would want to create a fake door. Like a door that maybe could only be accessible by you and some other people. Or just the door so that people will go all the way back thinking they have the key even though they won't. So just in case of that, let's just set if pair. So if pair contains if letter 1 of pair is equal to 0. That means it's for a button. If not letter 1 pair is equal to 0, then we do this. And then this will run. So now let's add a new block when I start as a clone. Except that's not exactly what I want to do. We don't need this because we already have the broadcast block. When I receive doors, if not letter 1 appears equal to 0, then we stop this script. So this will make sure anything that is not related to the doors for the buttons will not be able to run the scripts we run underneath this. So now we just check if the pair, if the button pair is equal to the pair of the door, which means we're activating the right button, then we do this animation code, which I'll put in a new custom block called door open animation, and then with an input of steps. Let's put this in here, steps, and then 0 minus steps, and then just steps here. So now the door open animation 10, and then we just, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, and then we want to add a new one called duration, because that's how long we want it to be open for. And then we wait duration seconds at the end. So I could replace this one too with door open animation 10 with the duration of 1. Here, instead, I want the duration to be 3 seconds. So you have enough time to run all the way here. Let's try that out now. Maybe reload the other side. Okay, so here, we grab the apple. Here, looks like we have a bug, but don't worry, we can fix that. So right-click to create item at X, Y, level, blah, blah, blah. And now we can edit it. So let's add a label called direction. Whoops. I'm just going to put dir for short. And then new input of dir. So now here 90. Here, I'll also go for 90. And then in the custom block, we just point direction dir. That's all. So that should have fixed it. But that was the left-hand side. But don't worry, it's already, yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah, because I set it to run without screen refresh. Okay, so if I do this, yep. Now it's less laggy. Okay, there you go. So let's go here. So let me just hide these variables because we don't need to show them anymore. Well, I probably should have set this one to 0. Yeah. Okay, so now we're pushing on this part of the button. And now I'm opening the left-hand window side, so just wait a second. Oh, it's not updated. Oh, I need to click save now. Okay, I see. Sorry about that. Make sure to always save your projects before you load them if you're online and you want to test them out. Okay, so now that we're here, the button is activated. Okay, so now what we want to do, we want to move. Okay. So let me move my other one out, and then we move us. Bam. Oh no, I'm stuck inside the door. Oh. Okay, let me try again. And then here. Okay, let me try. Oh, the other one, the door was open. So I'm gonna show you guys the other one instead. Okay, here it is. So now as you can see, open the door. Oh my god. Okay, so I glitched us into the door because I looked back. Okay, there you go. So now as you can see, just a few areas. And I glitched myself again. Now if we go through here, just this area. Now let's go back. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and share it as it helps the channel. Hit that notification bell. Have a wonderful day. So this is the date right now. It's July 2nd, 2023. And the time is 10:28, 7 p.m. Yeah. It's nighttime. And you're probably going to see this on July 3rd or July 4th. I don't know.